first comment is for Dr. Johnson, and I'm going to close off all the comments that I have right now. So please, if you have any more about the charters, I'm done receiving them. I have about 70 that we're listening to. I'm sure your comments will be included in all of these. The other thing that I would like to ask you is that Dr. Johnson will get 2 minutes. Everyone else gets 90 seconds. Please, when the time goes off, I will shut you off and finish up your statement. Also, I'm going to call several of you at a time. If you could line up, I would appreciate it. And I'm calling you in random order, 4 against, 4 against, 4 against, 4 against. So just to make sure that we have a balanced discussion. Also, if you could please hold your applause, because we want to be respectful to everyone and get through this in a respectful, thoughtful manner. Okay.
Also, just to let you know, I will be standing up while you're speaking because there's a column that blocks my vision. Is it a PowerPoint presentation? No. Okay, then no problem.
There's no presentation. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. With that, Dr. Johnson is first.
Before time starts, just a point of clarification, 2 points. One, the deputy superintendent had about 10 minutes to talk about his perspective on the signature verification process, and I have very limited time, so will there be an opportunity for me to respond to that at all?
You have 2 minutes.
And also, in the email that I received, it said that the petitioner for Perseverance Prep, we would follow the same process, and they were given 5 minutes. So do I have those 5 minutes, those same 5 minutes?
I don't believe that's the case, but Dora, do you remember if they had 5 minutes? I believe it was 2 minutes.
Well, even if they don't, can we just let them have 5 minutes? I mean, this is a really big petition, and to not allow him to respond is
I agree.
challenging.
Good evening, President Foley, members of the board, guests, and Promise Academy supporters. I'd like to use my time with you today to really help you understand that Promise is going to be a school that does whatever it takes to serve every child in San Jose. I'll start with signatures. I'm a parent, and I stand with literally hundreds of parents who want to exercise their legal right to the option of Promise Academy for our children and for others. This petition has community support. We know there have been concerns about the signatures being validated. School board members, please know that the signatures were gathered and submitted, that the signatures that were gathered and submitted far exceed any legal requirement. And I can attest from my personal interactions with families that we have significant and sufficient support for Promise Academy. The district has chosen to use a process to verify our signatures that is not required by law, and one that has put undue burden and stress on the families of San Jose. We strongly feel that the data regarding signature verification provided by the district is inaccurate and was generated with the specific intent of undermining the possibility of us securing approval by this board. Our parents have been brave. They signed forms that included all of their personal information in a very volatile political time. They've done their part because they want their children to have the option of Promise Academy. Now we're hoping that the school board will respect their choice by voting yes. When it comes to graduation requirements, I want to address the issue that has come up around this, and we wanted to include language that kind of exemplified our expectation for every student, which is a high expectation, and that's something that's very important to our students. After listening to stakeholders, we can understand how this could be seen as exclusionary, and so we're willing to change the language there so that it's clear that this is a grad expectation and not a requirement. In addition to the tentative list of course offerings that were listed as tentative in our petition, they indicate that these offerings will be dependent upon student need, as do all other typical high schools. When it comes to special education and how it's handled, Promise Academy features small group and personalized learning that will benefit all students. We're committed to serving our students with disabilities, and we have a plan to have a deep impact on these students. This is how. We have 2 full-time on-site special education instructors / case managers, 1 staff member and 1 contracted employee who will co-plan with teachers to ensure that accommodations and modifications are successfully implemented. This will allow for a reduced caseload for special education instructors and for students with disabilities, where they'll be responsible for about 12 to 15 students, which is well below the average. We have dedicated time for specialized instruction during the content workshop portion of the school day, which I presented on May 4th. We're also contracting with outside providers to provide any additional services once specific students' needs needs have been identified, such as speech pathology. And when it comes to our budget, nearly a fourth of our budget is dedicated to students with disabilities. And this funding is concentrated in a small school setting to students who need it. And so in the case of, for example, San Jose Unified or other large CELPAs, that's much more spread out, even though the funding amounts might be the same. English learners, I began my career as a teacher of English language learners. I was the department chair of English language development, and I've led the rapid improvement of instruction and services for all students in all special populations. The schools that I have led over the past 8 years not only have a track record of successfully redesignating English learners, but once exited from the English learner program, these students have outperformed students in the general population. So, I mean, to sum this up, you know, we're disappointed that despite requests, we received only 72 hours before the vote, and without the district staff taking any effort to meet with members of our team to ask any clarifying questions. We're also disappointed that the staff recommendation contradicts the outside evaluator's recommendation or evaluation, where we met 62 of 63 points on their rubric. And this is an outside evaluator chosen by the district. So, you know, we're disappointed that the recommendation is to deny the petition, of course, but given the overall strength of our petition and based on the external review and the compliance with Ed Code, I encourage you to vote yes on Promise Academy. I know we're going to have many more parents to speak here and many more supporters, and you know, so I won't take the time to talk about the process and kind of the details that completely contradict what was presented by Deputy Superintendent McMahon. Thank you.
I'm Tim Ritchie. I'm the president and CEO of the Tech Museum of Innovation, and we're a partner with Promise Academy. And I wanted to clarify the depth of our partnership with Promise, but also to really say how pleased we are to participate with all San Jose Unified Schools, especially we have a deep partnership with Washington Elementary and with Burnett Academy. We love these schools, and we would extend the same offer to all San Jose Unified Schools. But the depth of the partnership with Promise is deeper because for the past 3 years, they have come to us and said, plan with us. Let us integrate the tech into every aspect of what we want to do. And I can tell you that this will be a world-class school in downtown San Jose that will be a great credit to San Jose Unified. And I would really urge you to support this school, because it will be a model not only for other schools in this community, but it will encourage parents to stay in downtown San Jose and encourage people to come. It will be a real light to the rest of Santa Clara County and to the nation. So I think we love San Jose Unified. We're devoted to every single one of your schools and would delight in doing the same thing for others that we're doing with Promise. So thank you very much.
My name is Julie Chickham. I'm a parent leader with Innovate and Promise Academy. I have one son who is 3.5 years old. He tells me he wants to go to Promise Academy now so he can go to the Tech Museum all the time. I'm an immigrant. I came to this country after escaping 2 wars in Cambodia. I was so surprised to find out that 7th grade math here in California was at a lower level than the 4th grade math in my refugee camp. I felt so held back, and there was no way through school or summer school for me to take math at my level. Over the past 8 months, I have been involved with our parent leader team, and I have seen us go through many obstacles. I want Promise Academy to open even more now than when I first started. All we want is a good school for our kids. I did not think this was an unreasonable ask, but we have been getting so much pushback and facing so much hostility from people saying we don't deserve this choice, especially when I hear teachers resisting this opportunity for my son. I feel like I am facing another army. I never thought teachers, yes, of all people, teachers, be in that army against us. Thank you.
Yeah. What school district are you from?
I live in Santa Clara County, and my son is 3.5 years old.
Okay, I was just curious what your home school would be.
And I want to enroll him in Promise Academy. Thank you.
My name is Ingrid Olguin. I work in the office of Mayor Sam Liccardo as a policy advisor for strategic partnerships. I'm here in representation of the mayor.
Can you pull your mic down, please, so I can hear you?
Okay. I'm also a San Jose Unified School District parent. Both of my children went to San Jose schools River Glen and my daughter will graduate this year from Lincoln High School. I love this school district, and it's done great by my children. Mayor Liccardo is a strong supporter of education for all of San Jose's children, and I love working with him on this topic. My job is to make good on his vision for expanding collaboration between the city and all of San Jose's 19 school districts. A couple of examples in the way we've worked together with San Jose Unified is San Jose Learns, funding for after-school, summer youth employment programs, and a joint application for technology devices for low-income kids. Mayor Liccardo is also a supporter of charter schools when more opportunities are needed to help children and families bridge the opportunity gap. When parents, educators, and children rally together to put forward strategies designed to close the opportunity gap, these are also opportunities for collaboration. Mayor Liccardo would like to indicate his support for the launch of Promise Academy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Sylvia Mahan, and I would just like to read an excerpt from a letter from Richard Hansberger, who is counsel to Promise Academy. And this was a letter that was addressed to San Jose Unified Board members, and so you probably all have received this letter. And just an excerpt. Regarding the district's extremely suspicious and chilling verification procedures for parent signatures, we are deeply concerned that the district's attempt to disqualify signatures runs afoul of the law. Neither the Charter Schools Act nor attendant regulations contain any requirement or procedures for verifying parent or guardian signatures. We are deeply concerned by the district's verification procedures and the district's clear tactics designed to invalidate signatures that likely would have resulted in clear validation had the district not engaged in these tactics. Promise Academy only needed 105 signatures and submitted 300 parent signatures. Had the district verified even 40 additional signatures of those the district refused to verify, the petitioners would have submitted enough signatures. Regardless, we question the validity of the district's verification procedures in toto, and we are of the opinion that had the district not engaged in its dubious tactics, many more signatures would have been verified. I also want to mention that I think it was one of the earlier speakers said that that you had to verify the charter as submitted. I know of cases where there is a submission with contingency.
Hi, board members. My name is Heriberto Soto. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. After I hear what is happening, I am supporting Promise Academy. My children have studied in charter schools, and you should see what is the big difference, the attention they've been getting. Please give these people the opportunity to choose what they want. At the end, they might choose to go to the regular public school or to go to a Promise Academy. Some people speak for what they don't know, and some people speak for the money. But we are speaking for the education of our children. We don't want our children to keep failing and keep failing the prison system. We don't want that. We want you to put your hands on your heart and think about how we can make this money better, being best for our kids, for our children. Please approve this school and give the children another opportunity to choose for something better. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Debasai Teklamariam. NAACP will say that charter schools are not serving our children, but the Credo report, which was the largest, deepest national analysis of charter school performance in the U.S., and it was updated in 2013 by Stanford University. It states that students enrolled in urban charter schools receive the equivalent of 40 additional days of learning growth in math and 28 days of additional days of growth in reading compared to traditional schools. My experience has been similar. My kids go to a charter school and in San Jose Unified, and their school outperforms double what the home school they were supposed to be sent to. We need better schools, we need better higher performing schools in San Jose, and we're tired of waiting. We need them now. Thank you.
Board, thank you for letting us speak. I have a fond hope that you will take the risk of living your values of collaboration, which is what Promise Academy is proposing, and not what I have experienced of you setting up an analysis that was designed to let them fail your analysis. They are proposing collaboration with the district where they would experiment with radical transformative education practices, particularly in science, technology, energy, and math, beginning at the elementary level, that as they demonstrate these are successful, they intend to actively collaborate with the district to enable what is demonstrated there to be shared with the district. That seems to me to be a model of what public education should be, and charter schools are public schools. Thank you for letting us speak.
I'm Michael Hexner. I'm on the board of Promise Academy. I have been on the board of the San Francisco Day School. I've started 6 companies and co-founded a foundation called Youth on Course. Whenever I've started something, and I'm basically a serial entrepreneur, always starting something, a lot of people are afraid. And that's what I see here right now. A lot of people this year in West Virginia voted for Donald Trump because they were afraid that they were going to lose their health benefits and they were not going to have a job. They're going to have less jobs and they're going to have worse health benefits. And right now in San Jose Unified School District, you have 30,000 kids. 21,000 of those kids don't have the basic requirements to even have a chance if they wanted to go to college. The reason I got involved and the reason I start things is because I believe in dreams. And Promise Academy is a dream. It's a dream to set an example that every kid, whether he's going to be a carpenter or a mechanic, whatever job he wants, he has a chance to be educated. And right now, that's not happening. And this is not I'm not making an appeal to tear things down. I just want the support to collaborate with the San Jose Unified School District to give this school an opportunity to set an example and work so that we can do something better for these 30,000 kids. Thank you.
Thank you, board, for having me here. My name is Fernando Samano. I have 2 kids. I have one, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And my 4-year-old will be going to a Linder. That's his home school as of now, from where we live. As I hear everybody here speak, pros and cons of what we're trying to accomplish, I think we kind of lose focus what's really important here. It's about the kids. It's about bridging the opportunity gap. And we're not doing that. I have teachers from other places, Willow Glen, Steinbach, talking about our school when we can't go to those schools. I live downtown. I can't afford to live in Campbell. I can't afford to live in Willow Glen. I can't send my kids out there. We're talking about kids. We're trying to do a school here for kids in downtown San Jose. So I appreciate all the teachers and their feedback, but I can't go to those schools. I can't send my kids there. I live downtown. I don't have a high-tech job. I wish I did, but I needed the education growing up, and that's what I'm fighting for. That's why I'm here. That's why all these people from Promise Academy, that's what they're here for. That's why we're so feisty, because we wanted the best for our kids. Because I don't want my kids to wear my same shoes. I want them to wear better ones. And you as a board, you guys have a great opportunity to change that. So I really hope that you guys take the time and consider it. And hopefully you guys can support us. I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you.
My name is Yolanda Bernal Samano. I'd like to state that 52% of the district is made of Latinos, just like me. Only 25% of Latinos just like me, graduate high school and complete college admission requirements. Maybe, just maybe, 25 years ago when I was graduating, a high school diploma was enough. You could get a good job. Nowadays, a high school diploma is the minimal. To be competitive and promoted in upper management, it takes more. I work with the federal government, and to get into mid-level management, you have to have at least a college degree, at a minimum. The facts are the facts. Parents of Promise Academy aren't making these numbers up. We're looking on gradeschools.com, my home school's Olinder, and it's ranking a 3. That doesn't instill confidence in me as a parent. When I see the words the opposition is using like resist or don't be bullied, let's get perspective. I'm getting perspective. It's for my child. Maybe that works for you. Maybe your homeschool works for you. For my school, it does not. Olinder does not work for me currently. And I'd like to point your attention to the mission behind you. The SJSU mission is to eliminate the opportunity gap and provide every student with the finest 21st education. I think that's with the Tech Museum and with Promise Academy. And that is my humble opinion for my children.
Thank you.
My name is Maritza Leal, and I am here to read my friend Samira's. She left something written for everyone. And I'm going to do it in Spanish, so I hope that's okay. And what she says here is, mi hijo antes iba a Horace Mann y casi todos los días yo llegaba a mi casa llorando porque la escuela no quería trabajar conmigo para proveer a mi hijo los servicios que él necesitaba. Fue una experiencia tan mala para mí y casi nunca tenían interpretación. El distrito de San José Unificado me dijo a mí de que no había fondos para educación especial. Me dijo este mismo distrito de que no podían mandar a mi hijo a otra escuela, o de que podían mandar a mi hijo a otra escuela y proveer transportación. La solución del distrito era mandarlo lejos. En Orangeman le daban 25 minutos a la semana de terapia. Lo voy a repetir, dice ella, 25 minutos de terapia. Cuando transferí a mi hijo a una escuela charter, le daban 1 hora y media de terapia 3 veces a la semana. La aumentación de servicios en la escuela charter le ayudó a mi hijo a aprender a leer, algo que él no podía hacer en su escuela existente. La Unión de Maestros dice que están preocupados porque... Ok, gracias.
Mi nombre es Eva Heredia y soy una mamá inmigrante orgullosamente y tengo 2 hijas en San José Unificado en una escuela charter. Desafortunadamente mi escuela local me falló. Desde ese tiempo, hace 5 años hasta la fecha, mis hijas siguen en una escuela charter. Borde, nos han llamado irrespetuosos. ¿Por qué? Porque queremos abogar por una mejor escuela. Porque queremos opciones. Esa es mi opción como madre. Miren las pancartas. Miren las pancartas que traen los maestros. ¿Que algún maestro le puede explicar a mi hija lo que me está preguntando? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué bullying? ¿Por qué esas palabras? ¿Alguien se lo puede explicar? El distrito no ha hecho mejorías en los últimos 7 años y yo no me voy a esperar 7 años. En mi país solamente cursé 6º grado y yo quiero que mis hijas salgan adelante. Maestros, unámonos para que la educación sea mutua, no para venir a discutir unos al otros. No es el tiempo. Mis respetos para ustedes. Ustedes hacen muy buen trabajo, pero es el sistema que tenemos que cambiar. Así como los maestros pelean por sus derechos, posiciones, nosotros también hacemos lo mismo para nosotros. Es irónico, los maestros también están peleando por un lugar donde vivir económicamente y nosotros nos criminalizan por pedir mejores opciones. Gracias.
My name is Carol Montelongo. My son attends Laneview Elementary, but we are moving this year to the downtown area. My son is biracial, and the reason I want to send my son to Promise Academy is because I want him to have an excellent role model. An African-American school leader. I want him to have a supportive community, a very similar supportive community that we've created in the Promise Academy parent leader team. This school has community support and a very diverse parent leader team. We've learned so much together about the politics of wanting better schools. I was one of the leaders that was invited to attend Promise Academy's signature verification calls. I was told that I could only be there for 15 minutes to listen in on calls. The process was not the way you heard it described tonight. What I heard was the parents were concerned of losing their current spot in the school because of the way calls were framed. Parents thought they were being asked on the spot to disenroll their kids for next year. The call that the district has made has alienated parents, yet I am confident that many still support Promise Academy. We made follow-up calls where parents have told us we do support Promise Academy, but we told the district no because I do not want to lose my child's spot in his current school. Parents have been confused by the district process. Just a reminder to all, verifying signatures is an option, not a legal requirement. We can debate about signatures, but that's not worth it. Instead, let's approve Promise Academy tonight.
Hi, I'm a parent of 2 kids in San Jose Unified and downtown.
Are you Adelita?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
At Grant Elementary School.
Just keeping track of who's in front of me.
I'm going to give a brief history about the Department of Education. In 1979, under Jimmy Carter, the Department of Education was formed with powerful lobbying done by the National Education Association that came from the National Teachers Association and also the American Federation of Teachers. By 1983, a Blue Ribbon Commission released a report, A Nation at Risk, which strongly criticized the poor state of public schools. In 1990, George W. Bush, H.W. Bush, pushed for the creation of national goals for K-12 schools, beginning to micromanage the school systems. In 1994, Bill Clinton signed into law the Goals 2000 Educate America Act and Improving America Schools Act, requiring states to develop federally approved education plans and a system of tests to ensure yearly progress is being made. In 2002, No Child Left Behind is signed into law by President George W. Bush. My point with this brief history lesson is that government agencies, including local school districts, have had their chances with our kids. And at my child's school in downtown San Jose, too many kids are falling through the cracks. Diversity in the district was mentioned by Mr. McMahon, but there's very little diversity at Grant Elementary School in downtown San Jose. It's time for change, and it's time for more parent choice. Please approve our charter.
Yo estoy aquí por Promise Academy. Tengo 3 niños y el primero de 26 años que me lo corrieron del distrito de San José. No se me olvida. Dice, la opción independiente del CSCA mostró en su rúbrica de que tenemos un puntaje casi perfecto. Nuestro carácter cumplió, nuestra charter cumplió o excedió a 62 de los 63 estándares para aprobación. Se me hace injusto y poco profesional de que el personal no haya querido clarificar cuestiones de la petición antes de escribir sus descubrimientos o finding. Nosotros los padres líderes les pedimos a ustedes que nos conozcan y nosotros les preguntaremos preguntas a ustedes para entender cómo podemos fortalecer nuestra petición. El personal del distrito ni contestó al doctor Johnson para clarificar cuestiones. Entonces les pregunto hoy, ¿van a escuchar la recomendación del distrito que ni nos dio un porcentaje justo o van a escuchar la opinión independiente?
Yo soy inmigrante de México a San José. Los hechos son de que el 52% de los estudiantes en el Distrito Unificado de San José son latinos y solo el 25% tienen los requisitos necesarios para entrar a una universidad de California. Le aplaudo al distrito por trabajar en una resolución para apoyar a las familias inmigrantes en las escuelas. Es buen empiezo para ustedes, ustedes no tienen mucho control de ello. Ellos pueden venir y destruir nuestras familias por orden y poder ejecutivo en cualquier momento. El poder que se tiene ustedes es en mejorar las escuelas con pólizas y aprobar escuela charter. Ustedes pueden mejorar nuestras escuelas. No se me hace justo de que digan que les importa la comunidad inmigrante y a la misma vez pongan 1000 razones por cuales no puede ser aprobada. La decisión de ustedes esta noche nos demostrará cómo en realidad se sienten sobre la comunidad inmigrante. Gracias. Thank you.
My name is Tanita Pawaman. By the very language of the call that Stephen played, you can see that the call was a confusing one. The question was not, are you meaningfully interested in attending Promise Academy, but will you stay in your school? That is confusing, particularly if you are not even sure if the school will be approved and you are scared of losing your spot at your current school. For the 70 or so not heard from, how can the assumption be that they are not interested? They signed the petition. The assumption should be that the signature is valid. Thank you.
My name is Robert Corpus, and I am not a parent. I am not a teacher. I'm not an organizer. maybe nobody. I do have a brother who's currently in the San Jose Unified School District who has special needs, special education. And I am a product, or maybe I should say I'm a byproduct of Horseman Elementary, Peter Burnett, and San Jose High. I am probably the worst person to come up and talk about San Jose Unified, but I hope it doesn't invalidate my experience. Many of my classmates, we graduated in 2005, and for the past 12 years, we've been very bitter on the education that we received. I was an IB student, and that's a whole different story. But I must commend the parents who are here. I wish my parents had the opportunity to maybe advocate and do the same thing for me. I kind of came out okay, but there's a lot of classmates that I feel that I'm representing here today that weren't able, or not, didn't have the opportunity to learn about charter schools. I learned about charter schools by accident just the other day. Somebody said, give me a flyer, and they said, hey, you should go to this meeting, maybe you'll learn something. As charter, you mean like charter bus? Well, you know, charter schools. So I posed the question of what I've seen here is, who are we as a community to deny somebody the opportunity to advance a better education? Okay, I've observed a lot of folks, and I kind of see a lot of mean girls, or mean boys from the movie, and I think what we need to have a more compassionate approach to this. Thank you.
My name is Leon Beachman, and I am a former board member, county board member. Also, I am serving right now as the president of Santa Clara County Alliance of Black Educators. I just wanted to say, first of all, having sit on that side of the dais, this process is flawed. I think it's pretty obvious. I think it's unfortunate that we have people on two different sides sort of fighting, and people who are working in your district believing that people are saying something about how they are not doing their job. And that's not what this is about. I believe it's about the fact that we've created a system that cannot educate all kids. It's just too big, it's just too cumbersome. We need some choices, some flexibility, so we can educate those kids who are not being served. And it's obvious that there are some kids who are not being served. And so I would hope, and in my role as a board member, one of the things I always try to do is try to empower people. And you have people here who have not had the opportunity to be empowered before. If you listen to the news and what's going on in Washington, D.C., obviously there are some people who are going to be more empowered than others. And unfortunately, people of color, African Americans and Latinos, too seldom have an opportunity to be empowered to do something for themselves and their community. And so what I would hope is the board would figure out how can we work together, the board and the community, to make this a reality and empower people to do something positive for themselves.
Thanks, Leon. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
I'm Alicia Gallegos, and I grew up near downtown San Jose. I worked at Downtown College Prep Charter School here in San Jose Unified as a teacher and as a principal. During those 3 years, those were some of the years that Board Member Castellanos' children attended DCP Charter, and that I had a chance to regularly collaborate with San Jose Unified School District. I also worked with the San Jose Charter School Consortium through the California Charter Schools Association, where we focused on increasing student learning success for kids in low-income areas of San Jose, and I'm currently the chair of Innovate Public Schools. I've been directly involved in many petition processes over the years and multiple initiatives to work on district charter collaboration, and I have to say that I've never seen anything quite like this process for Promise Academy. Every petition process that I've experienced has included a school board and a school district having ongoing open discussions with the petitioner throughout the process. Not always agreeing, but having ongoing discussions nevertheless. In terms of the calls, I would be one of the parents who could have received a call because of the age of my daughter. As I heard the call today, I was confused. The best and common practice for calls like this is to say something like, quote, "I am calling to verify your interest in Promise Academy." Instead, it sounded like parents were being asked to disenroll their kids from their current and or future school. Also, to clarify, neither Promise nor Innovate approved the phone script, just as a point of clarity. Thank you. Obviously, support Promise, please.
My name is Karina Bundis, and I'm going to be reading the letter on behalf of Raul Perales. So my name is Raul Perales, council member of San Jose District 3. When I was elected, it became my honor to serve the 100,000 individuals who live, work, go to school, or travel within my district. It is a difficult task to listen to all the concerns or requests that come through my office. However, witnessing the passion and time people devote to their causes makes my job well worth it. One of the groups that has demonstrated their passion and devotion to their dream are the Advocates for Promise Academy. In the past couple of months, I've had the opportunity to listen to their representatives, not because time is in excess, but because they have taken every opportunity to advocate and gather support for Promise Academy. Their representatives have attended district-wide events and scheduled meetings with my office to gather my support for a school they believe will serve their children well. The leaders who make up the majority of their advocates are leaders within my district. These leaders have been instrumental in the improvement of my district, and because of this, I know their intentions are good. Although I recognize that Promise Academy is a brand new school with no track record, I am confident in the leadership of the individuals advocating for this school. My confidence stems from the fact that these individuals have made a commitment for the past 7 to 9 months to invest in Promise Academy. The work they have done includes over 100 hours of team meetings, research meetings, phone banking, and the collection of over 300 signatures. As previously mentioned, I cannot speak to the capacity of the school, but I confidently believe
Thank
the
you.
commitment representatives have made to plan for this school should not be taken lightly. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Matthew Aranda, and my son did attend Empire Gardens. Let's see, first year, 3 principals. The school recommended my son be, or I should say the principal recommended my son should be medicated. Through the hard work that we did, and also finding out that he was at a kindergarten reading level in 2nd grade. Through the hard work through me and my wife, we got him up to grade level. They were highly upset that we didn't medicate him. Come to find out, if we get him up to grade level, he will pay attention and will not distract other people because he knows what's going on. Towards the end of the year, basically, they put him in a room in the office, gave him a color crayons, gave him a color book, and said, here's your work. I got voice messages from the counselor saying he's back at it again. At the end of the year, we basically had to sit down with the teacher, and she said that he was up to 3rd grade reading level. Also, they wanted to talk about remedial. But anyways, we got him to grade level, and at the end of the year, when we did talk, they said that there was no more resources, that your son's at grade level. We all need to work together. This is sad that, we got union representatives up here bashing on, it's sad. We all need to work together, period. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Melissa Reyes. I'm a parent of an Empire Garden student, and I'm also a leader with Promise Academy. Longtown downtown resident, I attended Empire Gardens, Willow Glen as well. Definitely, when I first began learning about charter schools, I was driven to this because of the fact that I do have a special education IEP student, my son. He attended Empire Gardens. He was extremely below grade level. He just came to live with us about 2 years ago, and that's when I found out how behind he was. Knowing that he was at this level and he was already in 3rd grade and he was at kindergarten level, I had to do something. I attended all IEPs, all parent coffees, anything that I could do to partner with Empire Gardens. They did not have the resources for my son or for other IEP students. They only had RSP 2 or 3 days out of the week because they did not have the resources. Again, the teachers, the RSP teachers did tremendous work in those 2 to 3 days, but as far as him being in regular classrooms, he was sent out every single day, and he was given coloring sheets. I also put him in the Tabard Theater program at Empire Gardens, and by the 2nd week, he was kicked out. I asked for, what can we do? Can't we partner with this? I never got a phone call from Tabard Theater or from the teachers instructing it about what I can do different or better, or how can I help with this. So again, even though we say that, we're not talking, it's not for all. And I know that Promise Academy, I'm sticking here with them today because I know what we can do for all students, IEP or not.
My name is Alexandria Martinez, and I'm a San Jose parent. As a mother of 2 children, I find it my responsibility to be aware of the state of education within my community, often traveling to Sacramento to advocate on behalf of public education. I am here tonight to support Promise Academy. Though I do not doubt that there are amazing teachers within the district, the fact remains that downtown San Jose schools have been underperforming for years. With only 34% of students proficient in English and 16% proficient in math, both well below the state average, it is clear that this community can benefit from another option. When I hear about schools being depleted, I don't see it as a byproduct of charter schools. I see it as parents finally realizing that our children deserve more. Our children do not have the time to sit on wait lists or to wait for the district to innovate. What this issue comes down to is school choice. Nobody fights a family's decision when they decide to enroll their child in a private school. I know because I was in that position. But quality education options shouldn't be a luxury. It should be the standard. I find it ironic that there are teachers holding anti-bullying signs in the audience, when that's exactly what they've been doing throughout this entire process. I hope that you can see past this tactic and vote yes tonight on behalf of the community who voted you to this board. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Julia Stewart. I have 2 kids. I'm a Promise Academy parent leader. I read the findings that the district published regarding Promise Academy. I read the district recommendation as well as the rubric made by the private evaluator. I felt like I was reading 2 separate reports because the findings contradicted themselves. The district report was not based on the facts, and the private evaluator scored the petition almost perfect, just off by 1 point. My question to you all tonight is, why does the staff recommendation have significant errors about the school? Why didn't anyone reach out to the school leader to correct these? Why does the superintendent not let you ask the petitioner questions directly? How does this help you make an informed decision? Just like we, parent leaders, question Anthony about everything regarding the charter, the model, the curriculum, district staff should allow enough time for the board to engage in inquiry. Yes, in asking questions. I don't understand why this whole process has been designed in such a sneaky and unfair way. So please, I urge you to approve Promise Academy. Thank you.
My name is Leti Gomez, and I'm here to read a letter on behalf of our pastor from Sacred Heart of Jesus Parish, Father Walter Suarez. I am pleased to provide this letter of support of the launch of Promise Academy in San Jose Unified School District. As a parish serving primarily the immigrant community, we have seen the struggles families face to make sure that their students get to college. We have seen that very few students graduate high school in our community with the credits needed to attend Santa Clara University or San Jose State University. We know that families have an important role to play in preparing their students to work hard and supporting them through their education. We also know that we need more excellent schools in our neighborhood, especially more great middle school options. I am supporting Promise Academy because it aims to serve the downtown community, especially underserved students like many in our parish. There is no local school that offers a primary, middle, and high school option in one small school, and this option would allow families to build strong relationships with teachers and staff at the school. It is also exciting to see that Promise Academy will have a partnership with the Tech Museum and work to prepare students to compete for technology jobs in our community. I also appreciate that Promise Academy has reached out to the downtown community members in the last year, including hosting a family literacy night event at our church last fall to help families improve their child's reading ability. I urge the Board of Trustees to support this new innovative school option for our community. I am confident that Promise Academy will help more of our students fulfill their college dreams and will be a good community partner. Thank you.
My name is Lorena, and I'm a leader with PAC. And I have 5 kids, 5 children actually. 4 of them, 2 of them, they're gonna graduate for DCP Downtown College Prep this year. And then 4 of them are accepted for the universities for 4 years. And I have the little one in Roque Fuerza, and he is a 3rd grader. I joined Innovate Parent Leaders a month ago in a letter about the concerns about San Jose Unified District process of reviewing charter petitions. We were concerned that the process will be unfair, and now we see that it was. We hope the board approve Promise Academy and improve the process for future charter schools. Also, the script the district used was confusing. Parents should not have to call back and verify their interest. They already filled out the form. Also, I have the right to not answer your call because I'm already decided to have my all my information in that school. So why I already find out the district it was like no transparency on the district years ago. So why I have to answer your call? What is another strategy you want to use for our community? I mean, doesn't make sense. Thank you.
Mi nombre es Edelmira Serna y me da tristeza esta noche en ver que personas que deberían de luchar para la educación de nuestros hijos se oponen. Mis hijos van a una escuela de este distrito unificado que no quiero mencionar. Yo nunca tuve la oportunidad de ir a la escuela y por eso estoy en este esfuerzo para poder luchar para preparar a mis hijos. Yo vi los datos de las escuelas de San José y por eso me involucré. Lo que no entiendo es por qué no el distrito se enfoca más en mejorar los niveles de literatura y matemáticas en vez de poner todo su esfuerzo en invalidar firmas de padres. Se me hace más clara cada vez las prioridades de este distrito. Yo tengo altas expectativas para mis hijos y siempre lo deberemos de tener. Como nosotros los padres fuimos parte de la creación de la escuela, nosotros también tuvimos las conversaciones largas en nuestros grupos sobre cuáles serían los requisitos. Todos queremos lo mejor para nuestros hijos. Ahora les puedo decir que graduarse es una expectativa, no un requisito. A lo mejor usar la palabra de requerir que los niños se gradúen de la high school no es lo que queremos capturar nosotros. Esta escuela va a ser para todos. Pedimos que aprueben sacarme esta noche. Gracias.
My name is Molly Castillo, and we are still deeply concerned with the district's verification procedures and the district's clear tactics designed to invalidate signatures that would have likely resulted in clear validation had the district not engaged in these tactics. In any event, Promise Academy only needed 105 signatures and submitted 300 parent signatures. I was there to verify the calls. The calls were confusing and unprofessional, such as calling Spanish-speaking households in English. It wasn't what you heard tonight. Parents reported being told that they had no guarantee enrollment in Promise Academy on some calls. When I called back, they told me that there was not a lot of interest in Promise Academy and that this phone verification process is one way that the district can invalidate charter petitions. Unfortunately, the district used the same process to conduct follow-up calls even after the May 4th board meeting. We requested on at least 3 occasions to have a list of the parents who had not responded. We have yet to receive that list. I just wanted to highlight here tonight that neither the Charter School Act nor attendant regulations contain any requirement or procedures for verifying parent-guardian signatures. Promise Academy has an almost perfect score by the independent reviewer and submitted 300 signatures. I hope it's approved tonight.
Hi, my name is Linda Alvarez, and I am a proud mother of 3 boys. I am also a recent graduate of San Jose State University. I did celebrate my graduation this Saturday, and I am a first generation. I am in full support of Promise Academy. I want my children to go to Promise Academy, and I really want to just point something out. I want the trustee Ellen Berg to know that I was one of the parents that was called, and I was called, and I was not able to answer on the first try. I was during work hours. I work 2 jobs just to support my family. It's really hard to live here in the Silicon Valley. For a mother that works 2 jobs and was given a 2-day notice to return the call, I was kind of shocked. The voicemail that was left was, it really was just confusing, and it really just, it was kind of like inconsiderate, and it caused confusion because it really just made me feel that I was pressured to kind of take my children out of the school where they're at. And honestly, I didn't feel that that was very supportive. I called back. I did leave a message. I never got a call back. I think I might have spoken to the young lady who actually took my call, and I did tell her that I did not get a call back. It's 24 hours that I was supposed to get my call back, did not. Okay, when I did finally call back, the first thing that was said, so you're not in support of Promise Academy? And that kind of shocked me and alarmed me, because then the second question was, so you're willing to take your children out of the school where you're at? And honestly, that kind of just threw me off a little bit. I wasn't prepared for something like that. My mom actually was deported, and it's a sensitive issue for me to have to sit here and fight for my children's education.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Could you fill out a card, please? I don't have one for you.
I'll fill out another one, sure.